Daily go get mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is gonna be all right. We talk about broken promises, a major purchase tonight. What's going on, y'all? Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the Daily Go Getimism Show. Pretty petty Tuesday, all up in your area. I'm feeling like a real man should. I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. Tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show, we are talking about broken promises of a major purchase. Broken promises of a major purchase. Has anybody ever promised you something big, something expensive, something that you only really give to people that you love or really care about or are really, really concerned with, and only if you really, really have the money? I'm talking about a major purchase. Like, has anybody ever offered to buy you a car, whether it was a new car, whether it was a used car, regardless, whether it had a note attached to it, whether they were buying it outright? Has anybody ever promised you that they were going to buy you a car? Now, if somebody promised you that they were going to buy you a car, and you looked at them as being a reliable person or somebody who really does what they say that they're going to do, then you're probably going to be looking for that car sometime. You know, if you're really humble, then you probably don't want to start acting greedy and picky and all of that. Like, what kind of car are you going to get me? Or can I pick out the car? Can I pick out the color? Can I pick out the this? Can I pick out the rims? Can I pick out the tint? Can I? It happens. But if you're looking for that car because somebody has promised you a car, and then that car never comes, it never shows up, what happens then? What happens to your feelings of reliability when it comes to that person who said that they were going to buy you that car? Because you may not have a car and you may need a car. And the reason that they promised you that they were going to buy you the car in the first place is because they saw that you needed a car. Maybe they were either tired of picking you up or tired of seeing you spend all your money on Uber, or didn't want to see you have to go all the way across town late at night or something like that on public transportation. Maybe you live in a dangerous area, or maybe they were just genuinely concerned for you, and they had the means to buy you a car. Well, whether they had the means to buy you the car or not might be besides the point, because, you know, there are plenty of people out here who promise things that they can't really afford. And when we're talking about a major purchase or the broken promise of a major purchase, we're talking about a serious situation. Really. Because if somebody promised you a car, if somebody promised you a house, if somebody promised you a ring, and they don't deliver on these things, there's a good chance that you'll be looking at them sideways from now on. Because those promises of the big purchase diminish their delivery of the little purchases along the way. Because they went too high. They went all the way up to Stone Mountain or what is it? King Kai. That's a big ass roller coaster in Ohio. Like the biggest John. King Kai. Once you go up that high and fail to deliver, then when you deliver the little small things, like, all right, yeah, I promise you a crib with a 3-car garage, and I promise to fill up those garages with 3 cars. New cars. If you don't deliver on that promise, yeah, bringing you something to eat is probably not going to hold as much weight. Promising to pick you up from work is probably not going to hold as much weight. A weekend getaway, staycation, things like that is probably not going to hold as much weight. Excuse me. Now, I'm not saying that it won't hold any weight because I can't say that for the next person, but it's probably not going to hold as much weight as far as your reliability is concerned and your reputation for doing what you say that you're going to do is concerned, because you already raised the bar so high that when you try to lower the bar and deliver on the lower bar things, it's like you're delivering on all the small things. Why don't you just not give me all of those small things and deliver on the big thing that you promised? See, you promise somebody a car, that's going to make somebody dependent or give somebody independence. You understand what I'm saying? Now they are in anticipation of having their own car. They may have already started thinking about how they were going to decorate the vehicle, what kind of air fresheners they were going to use, what if they were going to get the windows tinted, the rims put on. Maybe they were thinking about changing the color of the car, having dents taken out, putting on all kinds of other accessories to make your ride look fly. You know, adding lights and spoilers and hood ornaments and things like that. So promising somebody a new car is like promising somebody that they're going to have the winning lottery ticket. You've already spent some of the money in your mind. And so when you promise somebody something big like a car, they're already driving it in their mind. Now, what happens if a month goes by, 3 months go by, 6 months go by, a year goes by, and you haven't delivered on this car? It's not a good look. I understand you may have lost your job. I understand that you may not be working as much. I understand that you may have gotten hurt. I understand that you may have gotten locked up. I understand that a whole lot of life things happen. However, you're the one who made the promise of the major purchase. So I'm thinking that this is probably one of the ways that a relationship can really break down. And I'm not even just talking about a romantic relationship or a spousal relationship, aka a marriage. There are plenty of situations where major purchases may have been made. I'm sorry, promises of a major purchase may have been made, but they didn't deliver. Let's take some examples. Let's say you work at a job. At your job, your bosses, your owners, your executives, your chairmen, your managers, they all have been telling you that they're going to purchase these machines that will make your life better. They keep saying, yeah, we're about to buy these machines, and once we get them, then y'all start to use them, and it should make your job a lot easier, and it's just going to be a good situation. You're going to be looking forward to that. And many jobs have done that. Many jobs have done that. And long tenured employees will tell you, oh yeah, the last 3 managers said that they was going to do the same thing, and none of them do it. So I'm thinking that it can't be done. It could be something as simple as ramp access. I shouldn't have used that because they probably have to have that city ordinance, county ordinance. You have to have a way for, if you are open for business, you normally have to have a way for handicapped people to be able to enter your business, either from the street or elevators or something like that. But maybe, let's just say, for the sake of this story, let's say your job has been promising you that y'all won't have to go up the steps like y'all been having to go up the steps, because they're going to have ramps. They're going to, have a ramp put in, and they're going to have scooters or something like that for the employees to transport themselves from one place to another. Anybody ever been to Atlanta airport? Atlanta's airport has the subway down in the airport or some type of tram system. I'm not sure if it's a subway. I know it's a train. And so it can get you from one end of the airport, from one terminal, all the way down to the other terminal. Suppose at that airport, they had promised not only the people who fly out of Atlanta, but also the employees that they were going to have moving sidewalks or some type of easier way to transport themselves from one terminal to another terminal, to cut down on people to make it easier for people who aren't able to walk for long distances and for the handicapped and the elderly and stuff like that. Suppose they never delivered on that. Never delivered on that. So y'all were supposed to have ramp access. Y'all were supposed to have buggy access. Y'all were supposed to have golf cart access for the past 3 years, and y'all haven't done it. Well, what's the delay? And of course, there could be a bunch of excuses. But when it really all comes down to it, the question that I'm asking y'all is, if somebody keeps promising you a major purchase and they don't come through, will you continue to still have faith in them? And even if you don't continue to have faith in them, will that put a strain on your relationship? Will you still be able to rock with them? Will they be able to convince you at other times that they're telling the truth? That's what I need to know. That's what I need to know. What's going on, Care Bear, and Stacey White, Stacey White, Stacey White, Thanks for coming on through, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm your host, Son 752, aka Omar with the, and we are talking about broken promises of a major purchase. So we talked about a car. We talked about a house. You promise somebody a house, yeah, you might not be able to deliver right away. A house is very expensive. And it's a very emotional purchase. But what happens when you promise your spouse or your kids or your lover that you're going to buy them a house with all of these trimmings, with all the accoutrements of a really nice, happy, healthy home? And what you do, or what they do, is they don't ever buy the house. Maybe they say that they're still saving for the house. Okay, how long are you going to save? Enough to buy it for cash? Whatever the case may be, you understand that you may not have a house to live in at the time that they were promising you this house. Or maybe you did, but maybe the house that you live in is not conducive to your lifestyle. Maybe it's not safe. Maybe it's not set in a good place. Maybe it's just hard for you to get in tune with nature and to get with your spiritual side, because this house that you live in isn't good enough. And your sweetie saw that, and they said that they were going to change it, and they were going to buy you a bigger house, a nicer house, and they never do. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years. You still promising me this house? We would have been already finished 1/3 of the mortgage by now. 1/3 of the mortgage by now. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show. That's what we talking about on the Daily Go Getimism Show. Broken promises of a major purchase. What you know? What do you know? I definitely know something about it. Promises of a like a car, like I said, one of the reasons that it has big implications is because that person might need a car. They don't have a car, or the car that they have is not reliable. The same way that you're being unreliable by making these promises that you know that you either can't keep or is going to take you a long time to keep. Things like a car, a house. You might not have a house to live in. You may not have had a car to drive. At work, they've been telling y'all, well, we're going to swap out all of these slow computers, these IBMs. Yeah, y'all still working with IBMs. IBMs, baby. Yeah. IBM's the original. We taking it all the way back to like the 1992. IBM's personal computers. Maybe they said that they were going to get a bunch of brand new laptops. All, PCs, not Macs, but nonetheless, good computers. We're replacing all of the old technology in here and replacing it with new technology. And they don't do it. There's a delay. When you ask about it, they act like you don't have a right to ask about it. They want to act like you don't have a right to ask about it. Like now they're getting frustrated and acting irritable. Because you asked, like, well, when are we getting the new computers? Because we over here working with DOS. DOS. Remember DOS, y'all? This operating system. DOS and WordPerfect. Where my people at? Where my old schoolers? DOS and WordPerfect. Remember WordPerfect? WordPerfect. Yeah, before Microsoft Word, there was WordPerfect. Who know what I'm talking about? Who remember? Software packages, baby. Software packages. A ring. A ring. Your sweetie promised you a ring. Engagement ring. I'm going to get you this ring. Okay? So give me the ring. She's like, oh, he going to get me a ring. An engagement ring? We going to consummate this relationship finally. We're about to get serious. We're going to get married one day soon. After he gets this ring, I want to see what kind of ring he's going to get me. Yeah, I dreamed of this day since I was a little girl, remember? And he don't ever buy the ring. So he went from offering to buy you a ring, promising that he was going to buy you a ring, to now you having to act like you nagging him. Like, well, when are you going to buy the ring? Baby, when you going to buy the ring? I mean, I'm going to get it. I'm about to get it. What y'all think? What y'all think? I'm about to get it. I mean, like just give me some time because I want to buy it outright. I don't want to be making payments on no ring, whatever. So just give me a minute. I'm gonna get you the one that you like. Nigga, you already made the promise. And that's the problem. The problem is the promise. The promise is the problem. The promise is the problem. The problem is the promise. The promise is the problem. The problem is the promise. You should have just kept your big mouth shut and bought the ring when you had enough time and money to buy the ring. Instead, you want to get on your knees, you want to get on one bending knee, empty-handed. I'm on bending knee, empty-handed. This ain't nothing but sweat inside my palm. Eventually, it's going to start to work on somebody's faith in you, somebody's belief in you, somebody's ability to believe that you are reliable. You already working on that. Not good. Not good. So, what do we do? What do we do in these types of situations? What do we do? How do we handle it? How have you handled it in the past? If it happened to you, how did you handle it? How did you handle somebody promising you a major purchase that they were going to make and they never came through? A watch, an expensive bag. Yeah, he promised me, and she promised me a Louis bag, because now dudes wear bags too. We went from backpack rappers to purse wielding rappers. I don't know. No. But yeah, somebody promised you that they was going to buy you a Louis bag, a Gucci bag, something expensive like that, and they don't come through. What's going to happen? I mean, I'm not saying that you're going to get violent or nothing, but what's going to happen in terms of knowing where your loyalty lies and what you will do out of your loyalty to somebody else? Broken promises of a major purchase. Anything could be a major purchase nowadays. Jordan sneakers, vintage Jordan sneakers, Air Jordans, vintage Air Jordans, $500, $1,000. Maybe you promised somebody that you were going to buy them those retros. Retro J's. Retro J's. What you think? What you think? What you doing? Probably looking forward to throwing them J's on. You might have had the perfect outfit already laid out. They gonna buy the sneaks, you gonna buy the outfit to go with them. Well, you had the outfit to go with them, but guess what? You ain't coming through with them J's. Ain't an orange Nike sneaker box in sight. So how would you, how could you, how should you, how have you handled this situation in the past? How? Told y'all before, at the time this woman I was dealing with promised to buy me a Rolex. Out of the blue. Oyster Perpetual Rolex. She was gonna buy it. She was bullshitting. She was lying. She was lying through her teeth. But she figured I would hang around if she promised to buy me a Rolex. Rolex watch. Yep. Now, from the beginning, I knew she was lying. Because she wasn't built like that. Those things are expensive. Those things are expensive. And I don't think that she was in the financial position to deliver on something like that. But she was definitely in the position to make that promise. I didn't understand it. But then again, I did. It's one of them things. It's one of them things. We about to do these birthday shout out, birthday shout outs. First of all, it's good to do shows in the 7 o'clock hour again. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. I do a little show every day with me and my friends. Okay. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious October 23rd, and they deserve to be October 24th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them, making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are SPECIAL. We get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. We get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. We get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box, and it is a lot of birthdays on this 24th. Only had a little bit when it came to the first day of Scorpio, but on the second day, that's when they start kicking in. Camila R. Davis turning 45 years old today, and Lillian Edmondson turning 54 years old today, and Martha Middleton Brown, happy birthday to you, and Vanessa Moultrie turning 47 years old today, and Alicia Hawkins, my girl Alicia Hawkins turning 48, 48, and Stacy Reds Joseph turning 42 years old today, and Shanita Delatrice Anderson, happy birthday to you, and Paula Howard turning 56 years old today, and Quindella Rogers turning 45 years old today, and Tucci Montana turning 38 years old today. Paula Howard turning 56 years old today. Jolie Chi, happy birthday to you. Stacy Kirkland turning 40 years old today. Letitia Shelley, happy birthday to you. Renee Randall, happy birthday to you. Vava Piet Sigudi, happy birthday to you. My girl, go get us Tabrika C. Elmore, happy birthday to you. And Brenda Ms. B. Roberts, turning 69 years old today. And last but not least, Janice Berkey. Well, it's really Brewerke. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all a good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious October 25th, anywhere out there, October 24th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. I rock out, rock on it, do the damn, the rock out, rock on it, do the damn, rock out, rock on it, do the damn thing, do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings, you do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, listen. People make promises to you. I mean, broken promises always are going to start to make your reliance on a person, dependence on a person start to wane, start to decrease, start to lessen. But when we talk about major purchases, things that they know that you maybe have wanted your whole life, and they're telling you that they want to give it to you. They're going to give it to you, but they don't. They do not. And you might be mad, and it doesn't really seem like it matters if you're mad because they riding out They BSing. They stringing you along. They doing whatever it takes to keep the lie going and to keep you taking the bait. Sounds unacceptable to me. I don't know about you. Sounds unacceptable to me. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. Make sure y'all hit the like button, share the show, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. We will be back tomorrow, and I promise we won't be back at this time tomorrow. I promise. But we will be back. And love is love, baby. Peace, y'all. My knowledge of God. Peace, God.